Look at how the battery was. And this was where you put your SIM. See, then we use big SIMs. Not today, we're using micro SIMs, mini SIMs, invisible SIMs. Hello, what's up everyone? Good morning. It's your boy the Crackhead, and I'm wishing you all a happy new week. Praise Wuta, and thank God it's Monday. I want to use this opportunity to appreciate Samsung company. You guys have tried throughout the ages. You have proven yourselves to be one of the best electronic company on the planet Earth. So I cut cap for now. How many of you now remember this phone? Hey, how many of you use this Samsung phone? I bought this phone in 2005 in Calabar, Cross River State, Nigeria. So this phone is 20 years old. This one you're seeing is an antique. This phone is older than my first son, is older than my second son, and is older than a lot of you on Facebook. This was the phone that helped me while I was in Ukraine, because I left Nigeria to Ukraine in 2007. So I used this phone in Ukraine, came to Israel in 2010, and brought this Samsung phone you're seeing with me to Israel. Even though I have changed, in fact, from this phone, I have changed more than 20 different phones, different brands, different products. But last week, I happened to find this phone in my possession. I was like, what? Do I still have this phone? In fact, I found this phone and my spirit was shocked. Samsung. Hey! This was when Samsung and Nokia 3310 were competing. Which phone was the strongest? Of course, Samsung, forgive me, 3310 was the strongest. But you had the durability. How many of you use this phone? But today, we have different version of Samsung. Samsung Galaxy S25 is the latest. From this to Samsung Galaxy S25 series and the other Samsung series. Samsung, well done. You guys have proven to us that you will be here on this planet even for the next 100 years. And who knows the kind of phones you are going to be manufacturing 100 years from now. See, it wasn't a camera phone. Simple phone. That was when we used to just text and call using phones. But today, selfies, videos, and whatever we can use our phone for. And with the advent of AI, our phones have become time bombs. Can we go back to using phones like this? Hey, can we go back to using phones like this? Look at it, very small. I showed it to Lishai. Lishai thought it was a rock that numbers were on top of. Samsung. Now try, this is the phone. Look at how the battery was. And this was where you put your SIM. See, then we use big SIMs. Not today, we're using micro SIMs, mini SIMs, invisible SIMs. Here it was a very big SIM card we used then. This was Samsung phone. This is Samsung phone. So I love keeping my things. Samsung, if you're interested in buying this phone from me, I'm selling it for $20,000 for you guys. But every other person, if you're interested in having this phone as, you know, for memories, as an antique, I can give it away for $10,000. But for Samsung, if you want it, it's $20,000. Else, if there is nobody to buy, I'm going to die with this phone. In fact, I'm going to instruct my people that when I die, should put this phone and bury me with this phone, because this reminds me of those days when we used to. This is the phone I used in making MTN midnight calls. Those of you from Nigeria remember 12 o'clock, from 12 o'clock to 6 in the morning, 12 midnight to 6 in the morning. MTN, Globacom, Cellcom. Anyways, I remember MTN and Globacom. They used to give us free calls from 12 midnight to 6 in the morning. This was the phone I used in talking. Wow, look at how small it is. Anyways, this phone served me. So Samsung, well done. Una try. Hey, So if you are interested in buying this phone, $10,000 Samsung. If you want to get this phone from me, $20,000. I know say when I get them for the archives, but for me to keep this phone up to date, it shows that I'm a die-hard fan of Samsung. Yes, this was a Samsung in use. Those of you that weren't born in 2005, this was the phone I used in 2005. But before this one, I used Sony Ericsson, I used Nokia 2211, 3310, I used it. But when I met Samsung, I decided to fall in love with Samsung. Then there was nothing like iPhone. We had Blackberries. Those who were rich kids, they used Blackberry. In fact, rich people used Blackberries then. But this was the phone we poor people were using. But today, I can use whatever phone my heart desires. But this is as a memory. Samsung, thank you very much and keep up the good work. Have a nice day. Bye.